Hello everyone, my name is Jack Attack and welcome to my video. This is a video guide on my 1vx Druid build, and I just want to go over how I play this build and how I recommend people to play this build if they want to try to, just kind of get in the faces of teams, really push and get their attention, and then just keep on resetting yourself to full. It's really easy to heal yourself with this build. You can heal other people pretty well as well. It's just a strong healer build that can take a lot of punishment. As you can see, I'm getting absolutely blasted, but between my heavy armor, my rapier, diving in, getting stunned, but look at this riposte. Da! Put him in the face, Mimika gets absolutely clapped there. And then, we just reset our health. It's just a really fun build. This whole dodge heal combination, 420-90 right there, heal, 4k heal. It just lets you stand there and take damage. So what's the core of this build? The core of this build is going to be 200 intellect, 150 focus, and 50 constitution. You're going to get that mana with the roll, you're going to get that healing bonus, and you're going to get that 20% to all consumables. And this is really the core. After that, you could put stuff into your extra points into intellect if you want more damage, focus if you want more heals, con if you want more strength. But really with this build, you can take tons and tons of punishment until the team lines up for your friends and they just blast them. Your group just absolutely deletes them. And you also have a little bit of damage yourself, so you can dish it out with the rapier. We're gonna go in here. You'll see we killed the Mimika again. We're just gonna run out and take our kill, see what we can get as well. Just kite a little bit. There's like 7-8 guys following us. Reset ourselves with the dodge heal, massive heal. We're rooted here. One of our weaknesses, as we'll see, but I was able to repost them there and then just get away with that. Feel free to just rewind that, watch it in slow motion. Pretty cool. The rapier, just lots of mobility, lots of iframes. The evade is a dodge. The rapier just makes you invulnerable. The flesh is also like a blueprint ability here. You're gonna see it in use again. The fleshe, very good. Heal myself real quick and then just dash out of that gravity well. No thank you, don't want to be there. Another dodge heal for 3k and we're full health. At this point, people have started to respawn. The chaos has continued and they peel off me. So I take that time to get back in there. They think they can turn on me because I went in there, quick riposte on the spear stun, blast them, and they're getting clapped. So I just turn in and I'm spazzing out. I get a little nauseous from the evade sometimes. It does a weird camera focus, so sometimes I spaz my screen to avoid it. Do a little bit of damage, shield myself to full, and then go back in with that rapier again. Just big, massive damage off these stuns. And there we go. Everyone's dead. Checking, looking around. Not really too worried about my health bar. I see some low health bars. I'm going to fly in again. Start chopping up some individuals. This guy's a sword and body, he's pretty tanky, so I'm just going to try to riposte. I riposte air, no big deal. Drop a sacred ground, big heal, and we're back to full. So we're going to flesh in, start chopping them up with our evade, trying to get those iframes, trying to get that damage, trying to get the mobility. The rapier is just so much fun. I started with a great axe, did a little bit of a couple weapons with the rapier, with riposte, and just big damage. Just people get on you, you return to them, they focus you, you're dipping, you're dodging, then people drop big AoEs like that ice storm that you just saw. And you can just execute people at the end. It's really lots of fun. So this is going to be me and my buddy assaulting a fort. You can really assault forts by yourself, wait for your teammates to join while you just heal yourself and kite around for a long time. You could also provide big heals to your teammates, siege them down. So this is going to be a bit of a 4v2. But again, this is just lots of different weapons that you could do with this build. It's really a life staff X type of build. Another big heal, I'm in medium armor here, and also using an ice gauntlet, which just allows me to be a little bit tankier. Again, with the Lifestaff X, it's kind of like a Druid build. You're going to see the dodge reset. And here we're going to have a rapier. So the ice, I'd say, is the most defensive healer version, tree healer. This rapier is going to be like the cat version. And then you're also going to have a little great axe. So we see we actually swapped the mid-battle here. This is against the same person. We have to switch to a great axe. He's a little squirrely. And then we get out to him and we blast him. Not before previously riposting his riposte, because yeah, we're just kind of nice like that. We're going to slash him through the wall as well. He's going to riposte us back here, not a problem. We have a huge advantage as we just reap, kill him there for 1.2k reap. Just to show, I also do some fire, similar to a balanced druid. Here we go, execute with the incinerate. He just kind of inted there. People will into you. You're very strong, you're deceivingly strong. Your health goes down fast because you don't have much con, but you pull it back up so fast as well. He drank a good pot there. I'm going to heal him up as well. and we're just fighting this 2v4, trying to kite people out, trying to get them to overextend. This guy likes overextending quite a bit, and I'm going to get the rapier on me right now. He's going to drop a riposte, I'm going to drop a sacred ground, and then I just sacred ground, dodge, full reset myself within the ice storm, sorry about that, double pot like I call it, and then just get out with the rapier, double dash out, and then drop a 4k heal on my buddy. So we just keep on going. 2v4, looks like he needs help again. So I'm just going to switch over, drop another heal, 2.3k, drop a sacred ground. I know I'm good in the sacred ground, especially with orb of protection. So I look back at my friend here, dodge, heal, 2.3k again. We just keep him up, going to start attacking him. He drinks on something, we're just going to dodge, heal him again. Such a low cooldown from Light's Embrace. It's really a fantastic ability. Get that 3k heal. He must have had some buffs on him himself, as well as the buffs I gave him. And there we took out one of the individuals. So now we're going to keep on pushing, keep on doing damage. This guy's kind of low, the rapier, so we're just going to quickly chop him up, and then he's dead. Perfect, perfect. We're pretty good on heals. It's a 2v2 now. We were winning the 4v2, so at this point I'm getting a little confident. Not really throwing too many heals. A nice 3k reset there off the sacred ground. Then I drop a sacred ground after that. Try to riposte, don't get it, so I just pump damage. My buddy over there is finishing this poor little 48, so he's just going to catch a heal a little out of range, so the heal lands on me. That's something you're going to want to watch as well as in this healer build, is healing other people or healing yourself. That's something that'll get me killed. I'll heal others when I need to heal myself, or I'll miss my heal. That was a good riposte into a heal. I really like that. So riposte is just, again, a fantastic ability. It gives you lots of options: peel, engage, damage, and just makes you invulnerable. So here we're going to chop him up after chopping up the last guy. Some of them are going to start respawning, no problem. We're going to try to get a riposte, not quite get it because he dodges. We're invulnerable though after getting a successful riposte. Not invulnerable, unstoppable. So we're able to burst through that stun. 6.8k healed perhaps there, or at least it was a potion inside the sacred ground. I think the sacred ground also increases healing from potions. Really strong ability. I'll go over more though if it does, it's really great. Gonna miss that riposte there, but you see he gets that unstoppable after the successful riposte. Luckily we get the flesh into the bonus damage and just finish him off after that. So like I said, you can really put those bonus points into whatever you think you need. If you need more damage, just put it into intellect. If you need more heals, put it into focus. If you need more con, put it into con. You see there we go over those passives that you can get, and they really do make this build nice and buttery smooth. Like, you just don't run out of mana when you dodge. You're able to regenerate your stamina super quick with Sacred Ground. We'll go over that in a little bit more detail. And again, it really is a Druid build. You can go Sword and Board, you can go Great Axe. Sword and Board is kind of like a bear, really tanky bear. Great Axe is like a more aggressive bear. And then Rapier, you got like that Cat Druid, like I mentioned. Fire Staff is the balance. I think I mentioned this before. But again, just max out that Fire Staff, get it to level 20. Rune of Helios is really good with this build. We are in heavy armor. It's kind of apparent, but standing on that Rune of Helios will get us big damage. As I don't have it yet, I'm still kind of pumping a little bit. So I can imagine once I get all the passives, extra burns, extra damage, it'll do some decent damage. You're gonna have to dodge a lot with this build. You do go mana hungry, I think, with this build, I feel like. But I probably just have to weave in more heavies and keep my mana up. Ice Gauntlet's another great choice. A lot of defensive choices. I really need to level it up a little bit more, but all you really need, to be honest, is the block. The Storm and the Shower are nice as well. But it's really all about that block, the mana you get in the block, the invulnerability you get in the block. But yeah, of course, the more passives you get in this stuff, the better. Movement speed, slowing your enemies, all that stuff's great. Now, last but not least, the most important part is going to be that heal staff. In fact, we're going to take a look once again at our attributes before taking a look at the heal staff. Just as a reminder, those are very key, but now we're going to go over those passives. So the light staff, light and heavy attacks, that's just not costing mana, is huge. You want them to heal your allies as well, so you spam that. You drop the Sacred Ground. You're getting increased stamina regeneration inside of that Sacred Ground, so that's super huge. The passive at the end is also huge, 50% increased heals for everyone standing in the Sacred Ground. I'm going over here if Mending Touch would be a little bit better than some of these other passives. I do think their user preference. Mending Touch is a purge, so if you're running with a lot of people, the purge is great. But some of these other passives like Sacred Protection just provide a little bit to the team, and then one of them also provides an AoE when you get hit, which is good if you're solo tanking a lot. Divine Blessing, this is huge in combination with Sacred Ground. If you have a low health ally on Sacred Ground, they're just going to be taking 80% healing, I think, if I added that correctly. And then Light's Embrace is just going to slap a heal on top of them for each buff that they have, which with only 2 buffs already makes it a stronger heal than Divine Embrace. This is actually huge and very important. It's less cooldown and more healing, I promise you. You pair it up with this passive where dodge you get 20% more heals, you'll notice I almost always dodge before throwing a heal. It's actually sometimes gets me killed because I'm rooted and I can't dodge, and I just refuse to heal myself without dodging beforehand because I love that passive so much, but it's a bad habit of mine I need to improve. This block your mana for melee I may swap. Now that I'm dodging for mana I may not need it so much. Look at some of these other passives. Maybe give stamina to the people that are here, give stamina to myself because I'm doing dodge heals and I have even more stamina to just dodge heal again. I think that'll be really strong if I want to drop the mana on block, because again those dodges really do give us lots of mana. So probably going to be switching that up and probably trying mending touch on my heavy attacks as well instead of the proc. And again, this ability is super slept on. Orb of Protection, Sacred Ground, and Light's Embrace. You just rotate these abilities so well. Low cooldown, huge effect. Like you can throw this 10% damage reduction on a teammate, which also gives them a little heal over time, which also gives you some buffs. So then you heal them, and that synergizes with your Light's Embrace, and you get a huge Light's Embrace heal off of that. And it's really just the power of the heals you can do. The speed with which you can come out with massive heals is insane. I've actually had people, top PvPers from my server, come up to me and be like, dude, how are you canceling your abilities so fast? How are you canceling XYZ ability? And I'm like, no bro, I'm just using Light's Embrace. Light's Embrace is absolutely insane. It comes out almost instantly. It has like no cast time, low cooldown. And I'm telling you, people have buffs themselves. You're giving them buffs. You're going to be dropping some massive 5k heals, 6k heals. I bet you can get some 8k heals. I usually don't run that much con. And usually when I'm healing others, they're not like stacked up on buffs and all on my Sacred Ground and stuff. But I bet I can get some really, really big heals. So you can see here, I'm just going to solo assault this fort. Don't really care. Maybe my teammates will show up at some point. Maybe they won't. This guy's about to leave. No sir, I could have had the 1v1, but I do not want it. I want the 2v1. Unfortunately, this guy's a healer, so this is going to be a little bit of a, how they say in chess, a stalemate. But we're going to try to get the checkmate here with our rapier, drop our Sacred Ground into Orb of Protection, so we're getting increased heals and fortify, lots of buffs on us, so lots of healing, 10% increased healing for our buffs. And here we're going to get into a bit of a stun lock, no problem. We just dodge, Orb of Protection, heal, big buffs on ourselves, and you see we drop a big heal. Then we put a Sacred Ground, so we just have passive healing and we can go on the offensive. Going to be taking another double stun. Here we're going to riposte the crap out of them, drop a Sacred Ground, and then heal ourselves to full right in their face while they're stunned from the riposte. I absolutely love riposte. I love that play. I think it's just so spicy when you get a riposte into a full reset, but then again I guess I must come back because people hate fighting healers. Keep on going ham with the evade, get those iframes, get that damage, and again, boom, the riposte at 1 HP, drop the Sacred Ground into the reset. They're freaking out, they're throwing all their CC, but it's too late. I am basically reset. The Orb of Protection keeping me alive again. I pot here. I probably could have just healed myself, but I was still probably hyped about that other riposte. So just going back in, looking, I have my riposte again. Going to be able to drop that when I think it's necessary. Going to throw it there. Not the best. Do a little bit of damage and then realize, come on guys, this is a bit of a stalemate. I can't kill you. You probably can't really kill me. Going to try once more with the rapier. No. Will they get me? I double dodge out to avoid that stun. You just really can't get stunned with this build. Avoid stuns. Avoid roots if you can, and you can tank everything else. Like if they're melee people, you can really block a lot of this damage. These ranged guys, you're gonna want to dodge a little more, and just make sure you dodge those stuns. It's really important. And again, this build is just great for getting teams to chase you. If you want to assault a point, you could pull people off the point, get them to chase you. Maybe your team come in from behind and get a strategic position. If people just they meander all over for you. There's like 4 people here shooting at me, 3 people here shooting at me, and they just go crazy chasing me. This guy's about to fall off the ledge like a bonobo. I don't know what he's doing, but he's going to take a trip off there, and I'm just going to be like, alright, sayonara. I'm going to run up to the board, just use my evasion, get some stamina, do my dash. I think Light's Embrace on stamina. Stamina with Light's Embrace is going to be really good, so I can dodge and heal. So, again, here's going to be a bit of a group scenario. We're going to be in a 4v3. I'm coming back out, need my PvP flag, but this is just a very important display of like how you need to use your consumables. I don't know if you just saw my buddy Tokyo here. He drank I think 4 consumables, 5 consumables. He's still dodging. He keeps on chugging food whenever he can. He keeps on chugging pots, and that keeps him alive just long enough for me to get into the battle. Chugging consumables, I cannot stress enough how important it is, especially if you're new to PvP, if you're just starting out. Like, drink a potion, drink it early. It comes back very quickly, and it'll help give your healer a little more time to catch up sometimes. So chugging a potion is really good. I think if you die without chugging, that's really bad. Here you can see the power of the ice block, just taking that block and then dodging out and healing myself and resetting myself on a sacred ground. I threw an orb of protection on my bro and then heal him. He also drank a pot, but I think he would have been fine without the pot, but it's sometimes hard to tell. I'm going to get stunned here, so I'm just going to dodge double pot, and here I'm rooted. I almost die because I want to get the dodge heal, but I don't get it, so I just throw myself a heal, and I get about a 5.5k heal. Now they're all going to group up on me, trying to kill me, because I've gone low and come back like 3 or 4 times, and they're all going to get absolutely baited into the biggest snow globe of your life. It's Christmas over here, it's Winter Wonderland, and they're all absolutely dead. So yeah, just absorbing all this pressure, really staying alive, keeping your team alive, and just waiting for them to clump up and then destroy them, so then you can spam all day. This is going to be an example of the Druid's just ability to, the 1vx Druid's ability to be versatile. Just go ahead, if depending on what the situation calls for. At first I thought this guy was running to switch equipment to fight me with something different from a fire spear, but now he's just running full speed. I'm being told that he's in light armor, he can't be caught, so I immediately swap to the Great Axe and charge forward. This guy is still too far, but it seems like I can't get him. But look at this, I start getting Bloodlust on the wolf, and it's just a chain reaction from there. I get a little closer, he kind of runs into the wall, I'm not sure what he's doing, he must be multitasking, and now I get the wolf taxi. I use Blood Wolf on the wolf all the way, just Bloodlust with the wolf all the way. Gonna go for a little double animation swap into there, and then I get Bloodlust again at the very maximum end of Bloodlust with an animation dodge swap. I think he's looking at me the entire time with his control key, like turning his head looking at me, that's why he ran into walls, and then now look at how we destroy him. 800 damage a hit, 1000 damage a hit, absolutely destroying them. So yeah, that was the Great Axe. We're gonna switch here to a balanced Druid. We're gonna have the Fire Staff, and yeah, just absolutely destroy this kid. He's just gonna run for a bit, so we're gonna try to tag him, catch up to him. Probably gonna fast forward through this clip and just show like really the end. He doesn't really heal himself. I think he's overconfident maybe, or maybe he just didn't really want to fight. I'm not really sure what was going on here. But he just kind of lets me burn him all the way down. And like I said, this is without Rune of Helios. This is without a lot of the passives that I need on my Fire Staff. So I really think that with a few more passives, I might have some decent damage, especially in a group setting. Could be okay. I personally still really like the Rapier, but you can do a lot with the Fire as well. Just very versatile. Life Staff X, you can really use anything, to be completely honest. I mean, you can even use a sword and a shield, tank dungeons. I'm sure there's also a sword and a shield option that you can use for ZVZs. I'm sure there's lots of sword and shield life staffs, very viable. Hammer life staff, very viable. But yeah, here we just basically, we tank this dungeon and we heal everybody. And I'm probably going to play at double speed, maybe put some music in the back, but this is an absolute shit show. They don't really know what to do, so we just kind of carry them through with our build, heal through everything, damage through everything, tank through everything. So some really powerful stuff. Then we get back into the open world. I'm telling you, this is just an aggressive healer build. We're back on that cat Druid in that medium armor. I really like the bear with heavy armor Rapier, or heavy armor Great Axe, or medium armor Great Axe, but we're going to be looking at the medium armor Rapier here real quick. But you're going to see we just get a lot of healing output. Like, we're going to be dropping some big heals. The triple dodge is kind of cute, but we're just going to go into their backline. We don't care. Look at how deep we're going. I don't see anyone else here, and we're in their face. Medium armor healer, no less. Absolutely blasting kids, full throttle in their backline. Now they're like, bro, this healer's on us, let's go clap him. So I do a triple dodge into a sacred ground, start blasting them, delete this kid with auto attacks. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, bro, I thought we were 2v1ing him. This shouldn't be happening. So I just jump in, switch to my fear, and absolutely put him in the dirt. But he is a healer, he is going to try to live, but I just say, no sir, a little ice comes in there is what'll help me. And then he's reset. I'm half health, so I'm just going to heal a little bit, dodge, heal myself to full. You just see there the power of just really being able to dodge and heal and resetting yourself so much. It's just, it also, the psychological game of seeing that health bar go back to full, people don't really realize how little health I actually have. So my health goes down and it goes back to full, and eventually they just give up. They really do give up, I think, and they realize that it's hard to kill me, but at the same time, some of them who notice my health go down just get baited. So I feel like it's just the best of both worlds, and all these people follow you, and eventually you can just turn on them and DPS all of them. So that's what happened there. My friends finally showed up, and they did DPS. Here my buddy called me to assassinate this guy who was helping him farm the spot, so I come over, bring some mobs, cause some chaos, and just engage him. I'm level 55, I think he's level 60, but it's not a big deal. Here's what's important is that I dodge the stun out the gate, get into my sacred ground, probably play a little too defensive, but that's fine considering he's a bow. He does some big damage. That's only one arrow there, and I've already lost a quarter of my HP. I'm going to drop a sacred ground and heal myself to full, because I just want to have at least the fortify and the tick from the orb of protection when I go in. I think that helps a ton. I think that stabilizes me from getting chunked. And then I'm just trying to flesh in. Here I flesh in a little aggressively. I should have healed myself before going in. Again, Orb of Protection into dash, into heal, 4k heal, and I'm back into the fight. Gonna do a little bit of damage, but it doesn't matter. Just switch again, drop a Sacred Ground, drop a Life's Blessing there for 5k, and just reset myself to full. Sacred Ground to Life's Blessing is gonna heal more than Orb of Protection to Life's Blessing, but you just rotate them. Orb once, and then big heal once, and then you have the Sacred Orb for the next rotation. It really is a smooth gameplay. And at the end of the day, I think that it just takes a little bit of patience and practice to really understand how to just dodge and heal and rotate the Orb of Protection and your Light's Embrace. Get yourself lots of buffs, heal your teammates when necessary. The Light's Embrace comes back so quickly with your auto attack spam and your heavy attacks. Do give yourselves increased mana. Even if it's only one heavy attack, you're getting 10%, 3 is 30%. Plus you're buffed from your light attacks, because all your light attacks give you Fortify. Plus when you dodge, you're going to get an increased 20% mana. If they're on a Sacred Ground, it's an insane amount of healing. If they have an Orb of Protection, it's still a good amount of healing. Even if they have nothing, if they're low health, just because you get that bonus of them being under 50% HP, they're going to be healed insane amounts of health. So that's really all it comes down to. Making sure that you're always trying to dodge those big stuns and trying to avoid getting rooted with the Rapier mobility or the Great Axe mobility or the Fire Staff mobility or the Ice Gauntlets invulnerability. Just really use that defensive back bar, that Life Staff X, to help keep yourself alive, help keep yourself out of stuns, so then you can heal yourself to full and then feel confident with cooldowns to go back in. Because when you want to go back in, you want to make sure you have at least Orb of Protection, if not Sacred Ground, so then you can go and do some damage, draw that Sacred Ground, and then keep doing damage. It's a really fun playstyle. I think it's easy to pick up. Life Staff is pretty easy and fun to use. Just make sure you're following these attributes to an extent, and then try to play around those passives, play around those abilities, and really get the most of it. In terms of Beacon, I'm not a big fan of Beacon. I think it has a massive cooldown. 30-40 seconds is very long. It's probably good in 50 versus 50. I can see the haste that it gives to people, that it heals, to be very beneficial. But I love the Orb, especially in small scale stuff, just resetting people, being able to rotate that with Sacred Ground for resets, having your potion for more resets. Like, there are times when you have to heal your teammate and then pot yourself instead of healing yourself, because you can't pot for your teammate, you know? So you heal your teammate and you pot yourself. And just being aware like that and managing all your stamina, blocking attacks, your mana with dodges, and then just outputting damage when you can and outputting heals at all times. So yeah, just gonna quickly go over my healing, how I do have my healing settings for that. It's gonna be in gameplay. We're gonna have freeform camera on, targeted healing on, freeform camera off, and then retargeting on, so sticky retargeting on. That's gonna allow us, for whoever we look at, whoever's in the closest vicinity, to be healed. I also have shift click to heal myself, so if I press shift click, the heals are gonna go on myself. And again, if I just look at someone in the vicinity, then I'll be able to heal them just like that, and it sticks right onto them and I don't have to worry about too much. And then I'll just about getting it perfect. And then if I want to change the heals, I'll just go up to someone, bang, hit them, and then I'll press tab to rotate through them. And I forgot my key to go backwards, so I just rotate all the way around, which is not good. But yeah, that's how I do my healing. I think it's also very important to do dodge swap animation cancels, like dodge and then swap your weapon so you can move faster, and then also dodge and swap your weapon just so you can switch that heal real quick. You really want to get that motion and dodge and swap to your heal stick, because you'll already have that healing bonus of 20% right when you switch to your life staff. So it just makes you really be able to pump out heals real quick if you're on your rapier, and then you dodge, swap to your life staff, and then drop that big self-heal. Whether with an Orb of Protection comboed or a Sacred Ground comboed, just to make it even stronger. I wouldn't stack both Sacred Ground and Orb of Protection just because it's probably too much healing and you're over healing. So yeah, just rotate that around, and it's pretty fun. It's a pretty good time. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about the gameplay or my build or anything like that, variations, suggestions, questions, just drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much and see you out there. Take care.